Hello everyone, welcome to the video. In this video, I'll be going over what an SOP is, also known as a standard operating procedure. There is a purpose to an SOP. An SOP describes a formal step-by-step approach to do some form of work from start to finish. Basically instructions, like a user guide to execute certain activities. Just about any workplace has a standard operating procedure. These are documented and can come in different forms, like PowerPoint presentations, MS Word documents, PDFs, checklists, videos, imagery. While developing documentation for SOPs, it can be somewhat time consuming. It can be beneficial in the long term. You may have new members on your team, and sometimes it can be hard to find time for formal training. When having documents of some kind, this can help the new member get up to speed to some extent. Also, it would be a great reference document for those who may need a refresher. SOPs are unique. Do keep in mind that every department you work in can have their own SOPs, since they operate or function differently. When developing an SOP document, make sure it is relevant and there is no definitive way of creating one. What is crucial is that the details are easily understandable. You also want to be cognizant of changes to current SOPs, as procedures can change for some reason. So there have to be periodic reviews to keep them up to date. Let's look at a few examples. So I have created my own SOP on PowerPoint. And as I mentioned before, that there isn't a definitive way to create one, as long as you state the purpose and you have the directions step by step that's easily readable and easily executable. So let's go over this one. This SOP is what to do when finding a software bug. The purpose: when testing software, bugs can be spotted. You want to take steps to confirm the actual behavior of the software. And I put the scope, and the scope can be also consolidated with the purpose. This SOP applies to anyone conducting tests on software. If anyone feels of unexpected behavior of the software occurs, here's a procedure to perform. So step 1, take a screenshot of the occurring bug. Step 2, reproduce/recreate the bug 3 times. Test in different platforms for step 3 to see if it occurs elsewhere. Browsers like Firefox, Microsoft Edge, Chrome. Operating systems could be iOS or Android of some kind. Step 4, if confirmed, write an effective bug report and include the following subjects. And I did add some subjects here, as you can see: report name, environment, platform, steps to reproduce, data used, actual and expected results, severity and priority, and finally attach evidence to support your report of what was witnessed. And I added a little more detail here. So list of steps to reduce, a list of steps to recreate the bug, what data was actually used, if anything was inputted, like it could be a text of John or number 123, actual and expected results, what you see versus what the end results should be, severity and priority, right? So you have a low, medium, high, however it's being defined, and what you think that this would be. And I do have a couple of other examples. This isn't just a definitive format. I'll show you other formats as well with a similar SOP. As mentioned before, that SOPs can come in different forms. Previously, you just saw one on a PowerPoint slide. Here's one on a Word document here. It's the same SOP name, right? But same meaning, but different title. You can see the purpose, the scope, the step-by-step verification reporting, just a little bit more detailed here. And there's more bullets, there's numbered steps, but it's particularly the same procedure to follow, right? We have our purpose, scope, we have step-by-step verifications and reporting. And I'll show you guys another format as well. Here's another one that's worded differently, but it's in a matrix format. Here's like step numbers, and it's sectioned off in a way. So we have phases, so verification, documentation, escalation, and finalization. And it has all the details you need to execute or help you execute those activities: reporting a defect and finding a defect and reporting a defect. And I like to, close this off by saying that SOPs, don't stress on how to create one. Really understand what makes things easier for the user and such. I highly recommend creating SOPs on Word or PowerPoint slide, because you can get pretty creative by adding imagery and text as well, and it's easily editable. Whereas making a video is pretty powerful as well, because there's follow alongs and such. But with videos, you can't really edit the videos and such, as it may be a dated video. So you might have to create another video. So that does take a little more effort and such. So I like the idea of having text and imagery as an SOP document of some kind. So that's all I wanted to show you. SOPs are pretty powerful for any organization, any team. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, I'll catch you in the next one.